I'd like to welcome everyone to the CSIAC podcast series. In today's episode, we'll be hearing from Heather Hage, the president and CEO of the Griffis Institute. And Heather will be discussing the GI's activities in supporting the Innovare Advancement Center.
Thank you so much, Steve, and thank you for the opportunity to come on today and talk with you about Innovare Advancement Center and how the Griffis Institute drives it forward. We're really grateful for the opportunity to connect with all your listeners and watchers and to share some of the exciting things that are going on and to educate and inform folks how they can connect with us. So first, I know there's a prior installation of this podcast where Ms. Karen Roth, the chief engineer at Air Force Research Laboratory Information Directorate, did a beautiful job of overviewing the Innovare outlook and strategy. So I encourage folks for kind of a deep dive in the history, background, and strategy to look to that communication for those details. So I know she gave kind of a deep dive there. So I hope to start today really with talking about why Innovare, what it is now that we're in this facility and part of this community, what the role of the Griffis Institute is in driving the Innovare mission and community forward, and what's up next. So I'll get right into that. First, from the perspective of why, right? Where we are in the world right now in 2021, we're still in the throes of an unprecedented global pandemic, reshaping our society, catalyzing the emergence of new modes of living, of working and interacting, and acclimating all of us, all over the world, almost overnight to different modes of distancing ourselves from each other and of virtual interactions. And while that has been fraught with extraordinary challenges, it's also enhanced our agility and set the stage for the emergence of new, different, maybe more innovative forms of virtual collaboration and community building, potentially worldwide. So here in Rome, we've really chosen to embrace this new way of being and the agility and innovation opportunity that it presents. So as we put together the strategy and kind of set the course for these first few years of launching Innovare Advancement Center, we're very mindful that we treat all that the pandemic has presented as a challenge, but also as an opportunity space. So we're excited as we move forward, first by our core partnerships with Air Force Research Laboratory, with the county, the Griffis Institute, of course, with STAC, with the State University of New York, and with all of our other partners out there. We look first to the technical and scientific leadership of the lab to really chart our course. So I'll talk a little bit about the technical areas on which we're focusing and why we selected them, and what we're doing to move them forward. And also reflect, as I've enjoyed doing in this new role as president and CEO, is to observe the blessing in my career of working with R&D organizations all over the world. And I would like to pay a compliment and a lot of respect to my colleagues here in Rome. There is a highly collaborative and innovative and culture here that you do not find everywhere. So I want to pay that compliment to all the folks in the Mohawk Valley, and I feel really encouraged that what we're going to do with Innovare is really a natural extension of existing collaborative, innovative, and entrepreneurial culture. And inspired by this call to action that's come from the Air Force 2030 S&P strategy, the newfound focus domestically for social justice and ensuring equity and advancement for folks who come from walk of life, every gender, every ethnicity, to figure out how we can diversify and enhance, improve our STEM workforce. I feel nothing but encouraged by the ingredients we have to work with. And the name of the game here is to bring it all together. So I hope with my remarks today, I'm able to do some dot connection that will help folks see where we want to go and how you can all be a part of it. So I start from every time you hear Innovare Advancement Center, think the Griffis Institute. It's as simple as that. When you see Innovare, think GI. We are really the engine that is working to drive this big mission forward. That is absolutely arm in arm, hand in hand with our core strategic partners. I knew Karen spoke about last time, and I will, of course, mention here today. But I want folks to know that we are firmly rooted on Hanger Road in our new facility. Our whole team is here all day, every day, working to drive this forward. And so any question that you have, any necessity to connect, any opportunity you see to come in and work with us, reach out to the GI, and we will be your navigator at Innovare Advancement Center. So in 5 years, here's what we're going to do, right? With that kind of ground set, we're in a time of high change. We have some fantastic strategic partners in AFRL, the GI, the City of Rome, Oneida County, the State University of New York, and NICE-Tech, who have come together and said, what can we do? We're facing a time of massive technological challenge. The world needs technology solutions now more than ever. How can we play a leadership role? How can we enable and support our communities by coming together? And this is what we determined to do. So we set out 3 clear goals. I know Karen went through these the last time. One is focusing on building our runway to the world. I'm going to share with you how the GI powers that forward. Goal 2, which is the one I get most excited about, to be quite honest, is advancing our economy with 100 new entrepreneurial ventures with key focus on tech startups. There's a lot to come in that domain. And then in goal 3, elevating our intellectual leadership here in the community in the specific domains of AI, ML, cyber, quantum, and UAS. And how we're going to do it, we want to move into the space of becoming a global catalyst, not just local, not just domestic, but moving into the international arena to bring together world-class talent from universities and industry partners all over the world to converge here with the cutting edge, highly specialized, and super cool facilities that we have, lay out specific technology challenges, 10 of them, in fact, that we want teams to run after. And in the end, move as fast as we can with a high sense of entrepreneurship to meet our goals. So that's culturally how we expect to make it happen. So our core mission. Oh, sorry, folks, I jumped forward on the slides. Our core mission, right? We aim to be the center of gravity for high-tech teams to innovate in AI, ML, cyber, quantum, and UAS. We want to be the destination that is sought after, where the most talented scientists, engineers, and entrepreneurs want to come because they have an excellent experience here and their contributions can really make an impact on the airmen, on the guardians, and others who are charged with protecting us in the air, on land, at sea, in space, and cyberspace, and especially to have an impact on our regional economy. We want to help innovative teams start strong and grow healthy here in the Mohawk Valley to enable the continuous transformation of our economy, and in so doing, create more and more opportunities for folks to thrive here in the Mohawk Valley and beyond. So how we're going to do that? It's a fairly simple formula that's going to take a lot of coordination and execution, and that's bringing together talent. You'll see the key ingredients of this mission. It's talent with a very special place, with very specific challenges, and a high sense of entrepreneurship. And that's how we feel we're going to get to success. Talent, place, challenge, and entrepreneurship. When we talk about talent, we start with the GI. So I've been really thrilled to take the role here as president and CEO of the GI and to get a deeper understanding of all the fantastic programs and services that the GI offers to the community. And I will do my best to sing it loud and proud so everyone can understand how you can come and be a part of it. So the GI is a nonprofit STEM talent and technology accelerator for the U.S. Department of Defense and for what is now a national network of academic, government, and industry partners. The GI has served the Mohawk Valley region and this country since 2002, empowering diverse teams with talent and technology development programs that truly lead the nation in technical and economic impact. The team here, I can say unequivocally, is tirelessly devoted to converging teams and technologies to run at and to solve complex national challenges. And on an annual basis, we support an average of about 100 interns, that's as high as 200 or 300, and 30 faculty from 40 different universities, and also around 120 students from our local communities participating in our STEM summer camps here on site. So we're a convener, a connector, a STEM pipeline builder. That has been historically our focus here, locally, regionally, and nationally. And all of that starts with our people, building our STEM pipeline from cradle to career and enhancing our technology transfer and commercialization ecosystem. Think of the GI as a runway to the world. The map you see here really gives you a picture of the Griffis Institute's university network. And in many ways, the GI is the front door to the Mohawk Valley region for hundreds and over the years, thousands of aspiring and leading scientists and engineers who come here to spend time in service to AFRL and to other companies and organizations that have popped up in the region around this ecosystem. So in certain ways, the GI is one of the best kept secrets in the Mohawk Valley. We're very well known in the college and university communities you see here all over the map, but I found it interesting that we seem to be lesser understood right here in our home community. So what we're going to try to do here, among these group of universities, many of them, in fact, most of them are high-ranking R&D universities. So as we think about how academic, industry, and government organizations can come together to do the kind of collaborative work that has been demonstrated to really push the boundaries of innovation and deliver game-changing technology at the end of the day, either direct to DoD or out to the commercial markets. As we do that, we look at the network with which we're already working. So we're trying to go through this extensive network that we have and figure out how we can refine and cultivate each of these relationships to be more productive in the realm of R&D. That's one of the core focal points we have there. When we talk about goal one and building this runway to the world where we can, pour in other R&D capabilities, the GI network is a big part of that puzzle. How do we work with these university partners where extensive, groundbreaking, basic research and innovation is happening at every single day, and take advantage of all these existing connections to serve the Air Force? And now as the Air Force, technical mission starts to merge with the introduction of the Space Force, and really drive forward as an innovation hub to make those connections and enable greater capabilities than any one organization can have alone. So this is our domestic network, and we're now breaking new ground by pushing into deeper international relationships that can serve this overall purpose. So that's really our challenge of the moment. One of the key advantages of Innovare Advancement Center is the ability for our Air Force community to work outside the fence, to engage non-U.S. citizens in government R&D. It's probably no surprise to this community or to the listeners today, we're suffering a national STEM shortage in a lot of domains. And so it's the fact of the matter, whether we like it or not, that in many cases, we do not have the talent domestically to pursue certain types of technology challenges. We simply do not educate enough scientists in this country. So for us to meet our big mission of driving in these key domains, we have to engage the best and the brightest talent regardless of where it comes from. And to be world class, we have to be world class. We have to work internationally with the rest of the world. And that's really the next frontier for us. So this is how we engage the talent. We've got a large domestic, and we're pushing forward to a new international network of R&D organizations. We're onboarding our first international teams from Canada, the UK, France, and the Netherlands right now. So getting through the figuring out how we actually make that happen. So that's engagement territory that our teams have really never pushed into before. So we're excited to move it forward, and I'll hope to come back at some point and share with you how we're working forward that international mission space and the solutions that come out of it. So the bottom line on this is the GI at Innovare Advancement Center is a Northeast hub for STEM talent and university connections. This talent network is where we start. This is how we get the talent we need to the Mohawk Valley and attract folks here to work on some of the big challenges that we have. We're also building local bridges with schools in the community. Look forward to hearing about joint appointments with some of our local colleges and universities, pushing into classrooms to getting more STEM education out there for our long-term picture of addressing that national STEM shortage. And I'm happy to come back and talk about those things another time. But you think STEM talent, think universities, and think the Griffis Institute. So that's the talent side of the equation, right? Talent, place, entrepreneurship, success. So this is the place. How do we attract people here? How do we train folks? How do we get them on teams and get folks driving innovation? So Innovare Advancement Center in its core is a 150,000 square foot open innovation hub that is intentionally designed to converge world-class scientific, engineering, and entrepreneurial talent from universities, government, and industry to come in and tackle new challenges in AI, ML, cyber, quantum, and UAS. So this is the place. Our unique capabilities on site include highly specialized laboratories for experimentation in quantum communications and in neuromorphic computing, 40,000 square feet of high-tech and high-speed communications-enabled collaboration spaces, an auditorium with capacity for over 250 people, a 50-mile drone corridor for advanced unmanned aircraft operations, and coming in spring of 2022, an indoor SUAS research and testing facility with over 22,000 square feet for indoor flight testing, which we expect will be the largest in the United States. In this highly specialized facility, we have some opportunity spaces, I mean that literally and figuratively, to drive a new type of innovation with really diverse but complementary and connected capabilities. So we're very proud of our legacy Air Force mission, and we're very excited to offer this outside the fence open innovation environment for the Air Force. But important for folks to know, Innovare is really much more than that. We are a very diverse community of on-site partners from government, academia, and industry, all working together to push boundaries in these highly complementary technical domains, AI/ML, cyber, quantum, and UAS. And our role as the GI is to manage this facility and engage this distributed network of growing international partners from academia, industry, and government to push into the new. And just to mention, I know we spoke previously about the roles of some of the folks on the top two lines there, but I would like to give acknowledgement to our colleagues and our key partners at Unmanned and at AX Enterprise, who are the first two partners co-located with us here, who each have unique and specific roles in running the operations center for the UAS test site and managing the airfield and other drone activities here on site, who are also excellent partners and perhaps would make nice future feature stories to understand exactly what kind of open innovation capabilities those teams offer as we push to the future of UAS and shape, we hope, shape and influence the national agenda and national policy making for how both commercial and other applications of drones are going to change our lives. So that's an exciting emerging area. So talent, place, challenges plus entrepreneurship. That's our formula. So we talked about our talent network. We talked about the place. Now on to the challenges. One of the key focal points here is really making sure it's great to have all these, diverse capabilities. It's great to have wonderful, smart people working together. But one of our key focal points, especially as it relates to our support for the Air Force mission, is to put clear technology challenges on the table and get the teams together who run after them in an open call, but in a competitive environment. So what you see here are the topical areas that were recently released through our Innovare Aspire challenges. Anything that I'm talking about today, by the way, you can find on our website, whether you want to get a walkthrough of the facility, a look at our university network, who we're partnered with, or learn more about these challenges, you can find at www.innovare.org. In particular area, you would find /Aspire. That goes through the challenge areas. So the 5 subject matter areas that you see represented here are the technical areas where the Air Force has put out an open call for new partners. And the idea, the big picture in tackling some of these kind of basic research level issues is to put together multidisciplinary, multi-institutional teams, not just single contractors or single individuals working singular projects, but to convene everyone in true teams, work on these challenges together, which is also another area, kind of a different tactical way of operating to help share knowledge, distribute information, have teams working more cohesively together across inter-organizational boundaries, and have the relationships in place that can help us to continue to solve for some of these challenges into the future. So if any of the topical areas you see here are of interest to folks who are tuning in, I highly recommend go check out the website. other things that we do, right? As we talk about the different components of our program, this is the part where I get really excited, entrepreneurship. So this is really the new frontier for Innovare Advancement Center and the pillar of our overall strategy where we at the GI are going to be focusing a significant amount of our effort over the next 5 years. So there are a host of local programs that kind of frame our outreach to the community, which is going to be a key part of our entrepreneurial strategy. But you may know we have a whole suite of different clubs that we offer. You'll see the brochure here on the right for 2021 STEM camps. We're pushing into our schools with certain curriculum that we hope is a fantastic complement or supplement to what our children are absorbing in school during the year, in a very challenging year. So I encourage folks to take them out. Many of them are already full, unfortunately, but if you're interested, check it out. And with a lot of gratitude to AFRL, our summer camps are all being provided totally free of charge this year in 2021. So I mention this because it's a great opportunity for folks who'd like to get their children involved. And if you're not, especially if you're not getting STEM opportunities at school, but also as an example of some of the relationships that we've worked to build with local, not just colleges, universities, but also our K-12 partners to build programming that can help to complement and augment what our students are picking up in the course of an ordinary day. So I guess I'll leave this piece here, but what we see when we look forward at how we're going to advance a more entrepreneurial ecosystem here in the Mohawk Valley, again, as a complement to so many hardworking people, individuals, and really bright, committed, gritty entrepreneurs, we really have a demonstrated strength in innovation and in entrepreneurship in technical domains that continue to feed and to shape the future of our world. I don't think we celebrate that enough. I don't think we say it enough. I don't think we pat ourselves on the back enough. So I'm going to say it as much as I possibly can. And the logos and everything that you see here, folks, are meant to be not inclusive, exclusive, just kind of a nod to some of the companies who are here in the Mohawk Valley and the organizations who, in my personal view, this is a personal view, have really demonstrated steadfast commitment to driving forward not just their own businesses, but in working together to create a more vibrant economy, giving generously of time, of information, of themselves, of whatever resources we all have to drive this agenda forward. So it's really simply a compliment, and it's not meant to exclude anyone in particular, but my message here is that kind of behavior, the thinking about the other person, thinking about how we can give more to our community and continue to push, especially our students, in a positive direction to encourage entrepreneurship as a pathway to success in life. Is going to be one of the keys to creating a more vibrant economy here. And so if you're in the Mohawk Valley and you hear me, know I will very likely be reaching out to you and asking for your help as we drive this big mission forward, because it's going to take a lot of support and commitment from our local business partners to make it successful. So I'll say this for today. You may know the Griffis Institute for our COM Academy, for Idea New York, for the Griffis Institute Business Incubator, for demo days, all of which have fit in the field of entrepreneurship and commercialization, and all of which have been significant and impactful programs to drive our economy forward. But I also want folks to know I have a vision, and we have a vision at the GI for the Mohawk Valley to become a new mecca for tech firms to start strong and grow healthy, scaling up with a supportive network of like-minded scientists, engineers, entrepreneurs, and business people come together in a different way than we have before. Not because we're handing out checks, not for any other reason, but that we have the talent, the specialized facilities, the specific challenges, and a winning culture everyone wants to be a part of. That's really our goal. So expect to see this summer a string of new announcements and community-facing programs that will invite you in to come and be a part of our entrepreneurial mission at Innovare Advancement Centers. And if any of your listeners happen to be students, I want to take a moment to speak directly to you. And that is, if you have a dream to work in a tech startup, no matter what background you come from, no matter what you're studying, no matter what gender, no matter what kind of car you drive, wherever you fit in or you don't fit in, whoever you are, wherever you are in your journey, if that's your dream, then you should call us. Visit us at griffisinstitute.org or at innovare.org and connect through the partnering portal that you'll find there. And what is really in my heart and in my head as the president and CEO of the Griffis Institute is to do all we can here to leverage our network, the incredible facility, and dedicate every inch of energy that we have as a team at the GI to drive innovation and entrepreneurship forward. So you'll find us at Innovare every day. And if we can, you have my word that we will. More to come this summer. I'll look forward to coming back in a couple of weeks and talking more about the new partnerships and the new programming that's going to move our entrepreneurial agenda forward. And with that, I'll say welcome home to Mohawk Valley Tech entrepreneurs. This is going to be your place. Thank you to speak with you today. I hope when you think Innovare Advancement Center, you think Griffis Institute, you give us a call, you follow us. If you're interested on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, we're doing a really fun GI summer campaign where the team here, as well as some others in the community, are sharing what we love and celebrate about summer in the Mohawk Valley now that we're coming back to life after what is arguably the most difficult year most of us have ever had. So follow us there if you're interested. Share your summer pics and tell the world why the Mohawk Valley is one of the best places to be. And you can also connect with latest announcements and opportunities to get involved at Innovare and the Griffis Institute. So thank you for having me, and that will conclude my remarks today.
On behalf of the CSIAC, we would like to thank you for viewing this podcast. We hope you found the content useful and informative. If you would like to provide us with feedback, please comment on this video or visit our website at www.csiac.org, where you can also find additional content to review. Thank you.
Did you know that CSIAC offers free monthly webinars featuring experts in the areas of cybersecurity, software engineering, modeling and simulation, and knowledge management? Come see leading industry professionals talk about industry practices and leading research. Make sure to visit www.csiac.org/webinars in order to subscribe to our mailing list and see when the next webinar series is available. There you can also watch previous webinar series to catch up. Visit www.csiac.org/webinars.